this is a mind-blowing topic, and I really think this is an important video that helps you understand what's happening in Ukraine, what's happening in Syria, what's happening with the Iran deal, and how they're all connected. The U.S. Geological Survey in 2010 announces that there's 122 trillion cubic feet of undiscovered, recoverable natural gas in the Levant Basin province. So where is this exactly? Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. When they try to make a pipeline from Qatar to Turkey, because remember, Qatar has LNG, liquefied natural gas, but that's too expensive. That's too impractical. You need pipelines, and a pipeline like that, this is cost effective. So the goal here is to provide an alternative to Europe to undercut Russia's market share. Bashar al-Assad says no, because this pipeline must pass through Syria, and he says no. And when he says no, that's the red line. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. You have a set of countries, you have certain powers attacking other countries on the other side of the planet to steal their land, to steal their resources, so they can remain in control, so they can remain in power. And that's why this is all connected. They wanted that pipeline so they could undercut Russia's market share. When Syria said no, they destroyed Syria and punished it. And then they started stirring things up in Ukraine so they could intimidate, antagonize Russia with a NATO country on its border, or at least a NATO partner, because they trained those Ukrainian troops to NATO standards, did they not? And they wanted to exert control over the areas where the Russian pipelines pass in Ukraine. And then they finally got these European countries to cut Russia off because of their stupidity and their sheep mentality and their disregard for the reality, for the conditions of their own people, because they're not paying the bills. They don't realize the price hikes. The Iran deal, Trump pulled out of it to help Israel. It was to their benefit to make Iran a pariah. And now they're trying to stall the nuclear deal as much as possible, because they don't want Iran to be accepted to catch contracts, to sell gas, to sell oil, even though the world desperately needs it to drive the prices down. All of this, everything about resources and about power and about control. And now you understand the bigger picture. And it's a very nasty picture. But look how malicious and cunning they are. They will stop at nothing. They will kill and displace millions just to make sure that Russia's market share is undercut, that Russia is undermined, that Russia loses revenue, and that they control the resources.